Hello, church family. I hope you are well. As you can see, I'm in my car because it is one of the quieter places here at the house. And it's a good place maybe to talk about Psalm 23, which is the psalm we're looking at today in our series this week from Palm Sunday to Resurrection Sunday. I wanted to start actually by reading this psalm and then giving a bit of discussion about it. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not be in want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He restores my soul. He guides me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a place before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Beautiful words, and words that have been a very popular psalm for thousands of years. But Jesus takes them in an interesting direction in John chapter 10. He's in the middle of this last week of his life, and he's been fairly antagonistic with the Jewish leaders, and they've been fairly aggressive with him as well. And here in John chapter 10, he really delineates these different types of people who would take care of sheep or who have relationships with sheep, from thieves and wolves to caretakers who don't really care for the sheep to the actual true good shepherd. Jesus is that good shepherd. Jesus takes care of his sheep. His sheep don't have to worry. He will always watch over them and make sure that they find their pasture, that they are fed, that they get water that they need, that they are protected. And it's this interesting connection that we might not make to the Psalm 23, but Jesus has been from chapter 8 of John claiming to be God. And when he says, I am the good shepherd, it is in that mentality. He is claiming once again to be God. The Lord is my shepherd, David says. And Jesus says, guess what? I am that good shepherd. So as much as this psalm is comforting to us, as much as this psalm is this beautiful psalm that gives us hope and peace, and that lets us know that no matter what happens, we are firmly held and firmly protected in the care of a loving shepherd. It was also a psalm that Jesus used to drive his point home yet again in that last week, that he was, in fact, God. This week, as we go through these days, thinking about Jesus, thinking about his last moments before his death, I just love this mentality that this psalm produces as it talks about Jesus. He is our shepherd. We are his sheep. We are his people. And as long as we put our trust in our shepherd, and as long as we hear his voice, and as long as we go where he leads us, everything's going to be okay. God bless you all.